Welcome again to your Life Nuggets, and today's nugget, Nugget 45, is the death of common sense. But like me, you may also wonder, what is common sense? Leonardo da Vinci said, "Common sense is that which judges the things given to it by other senses." Someone else has said, "Common sense and a sense of humor are the same thing, moving at different speeds. A sense of humor is just common sense dancing." Yes, and someone else remarked and said, "Common sense is like deodorant. The people who need it most never use it." That's why today I want to share an obituary printed in the London Times with you. And the heading of this obituary was, "The Death of Common Sense." Today, we mourn the passing of a beloved old friend, Common Sense, who has been with us for many, many years. No one knows for sure how old he was, since his birth records were lost long ago in bureaucratic red tape. But he will be remembered as having cultivated such valuable lessons as knowing when to come in out of the rain, why the early bird gets the worm, life isn't always fair, and maybe it was my fault. Common Sense lived by simple, sound financial policies. Don't spend more than you can earn. And also reliable strategies. Adults, not children, are in charge. His health began to deteriorate rapidly when well-intentioned but overbearing regulations were set in place. Reports of a 6-year-old boy charged with sexual harassment for kissing a classmate. Teens suspended from school for using mouthwash after lunch. And a teacher fired for reprimanding an unruly student only worsened his condition. Common sense lost even more ground when parents attacked teachers for doing the job that they themselves had failed to do in disciplining their unruly children. His health declined even further when schools were required to get parental consent to administer sun lotion or an aspirin to a student, but could not inform parents when a student became pregnant and wanted to have an abortion. Common sense lost the will to live as the churches became businesses and criminals received better treatment than their victims. Common sense took a beating when you couldn't defend yourself from a burglar in your own home, and the burglar could sue you for assault. Common sense finally gave up the will to live after a woman failed to realize that a steaming cup of coffee was hot. She spilled a little in her lap and was promptly awarded a huge settlement. Common sense was preceded in death by his parents, truth and trust, by his wife, discretion, by his daughter, responsibility, and by his son, good reason. He is survived by his 5 stepbrothers. "I know my rights. I want it now. Someone else is to blame. I'm a victim. Pay me for doing nothing." Unfortunately, not many attended his funeral because so few realized he was gone. Very, very true and interesting, isn't it? You know, just thinking about it, I was wondering, with so many old trends coming back into style, I can't wait for common sense, morals, and intelligence to become cool again. And actually, you know, it is quite easy. As the lady has said, my superpower is that I think of the easiest and most efficient solution to a problem, and I implement it. I call it common sense. And the most wonderful thing is to realize that when we become children of God, God by His Spirit activates the godly sense, which activates our common sense in a godly manner. Be blessed, have a wonderful day, and live according to God's wisdom and His common sense. For more inspiration, you're more than welcome to visit our Live Light community on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Love and regards as always, Shalom Shalom.